nothing to you that isn't real. We're vetted, and everything that we're putting on our site, and hopefully we'll have a show too in collaboration with you down the road, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're really getting the right information. We've done a lot of research and suffered. Believe me, when it comes to this business startup thing, you know, I've done a lot of different things.
Right.
So I'm bringing all the best practices to continue.
So Mo, what is the website so people can get there right now?
Sure, it's WeGet.money. Just go to your browser and type in WeGet.money.
WeGet.money.
For sure. And so,
yes.
in order to kick this off the right way, as you know, we're actually we're trying to launch a GoFundMe for 5 to 10 small businesses.
Wait. Let me understand this correctly. You about to launch a GoFundMe, and the proceeds goes to 5 businesses that you choose?
Yeah, so actually, in order to make it collaborative on your platform today, we're asking people who are listening, just go to WeGet.money and go to the contact us page and suggest us, you know, give us some ideas of people who could potentially benefit from the money.
So like a worthy business. So it's like a worthy business. You guys heard about that girl out in Baltimore? That young girl who had, I think she had a beauty salon and somebody came in and murdered her.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all heard that? Y'all remember that?
That was a while ago.
So just businesses, and I'm not saying somebody gonna get murdered. I'm just saying that was a tragic situation. And that was a young girl who was a mother, and she had pulled together her life and had a business, a thriving business in the neighborhood. So I think Mo is saying, find those businesses like that, a thriving business, maybe somebody getting off the ground, and you guys nominate who those 5 businesses should be, and the disbursement of the GoFundMe will go to those businesses.
Wow. Yeah. Great. Yes.
Yo, that's dope, bro.
That's fly, man.
That's dope.
That is the epitome of self-help.
WeGet.money is the website to be able to do that. If you know of a business in your city, in your town, that you think would benefit from the help, man, let's all rally around these concepts, and we could seed money 5 businesses, right?
Come on, man.
Yep.
Man, that's great.
Suffering. COVID has decimated so many businesses, so many people.
Yes.
So in order for us to do this the right way, we're, you know, with your amazing platform, Zoe, and all the other people that we work with, this is what we're launching. This is the kickoff.
Okay.
First, we're gonna give out some cash. As soon as we get, you know, a good number of suggestions, then by the end of this week, we're actually gonna launch the GoFundMe, and hopefully we can come back and say, hey, these are the 5 businesses that are the recipients.
Nah, man, you know you could come back, so that's not even a question. So, hey, Mo, give out the website one more time, and then we got to push it.
No doubt. It's WeGet.money.
Man.
WeGet.money.
WeGet.money. Go there now. Hey, Mo, I appreciate you, brother, and we'll be talking to you soon, man.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.
All righty.
I
got a couple more things to run through. Total Package Energy. Get the Total Package Energy gear. Not gear. The drink. The Total Package Energy energy drink. Get it right now. Now. Let me do it like
Get it now.
Like your boy Lavelle. Now. Get it now.
And then
You mean they have cheese and Franks? I want some now. Sorry.
And she said,
Total Package Energy, the best energy drink in the world. I drink it. I approve of it. It is the business. Again, let me warn you, moderation. If you don't have nothing going on in your life and you're out of shape, this is probably something you shouldn't drink.
yeah. Don't start there.
All right, don't start there.
No.
All right, listen. But if you're active and you're healthy, drink it in moderation. It really works. You know, dig? Total Package Energy, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 crash, amino acids, B vitamins. It's good stuff if you're good.
Yeah.
If you're not good,
Don't be fucking with it.
That ain't for you. All right, total package energy. We Juice, Timmy Tight Top, TTT. Talked to him earlier today. He's doing all right. He wanted to say thank you guys for keeping his business afloat during COVID-19. He said a lot of, it's not as much as it used to be, but it's still consistent. People are ordering and buying juices. He wanted me to tell you guys, thank you for supporting We Juice during this time. That's my guy. Go support him. He's a good dude. He's solid.
I got to get barbecue sauce on myself by myself.
So go to Mansions, Power One Clothing, PIOclothing.com. The Huri-Kane Report.
No shit.
Write it. Take action. Come on.
Do it.
Let's do it. The Huri-Kane Report. Write it. Take action. Maintain freedom. H-report.news. Great alternative news site. Go there, work with these people. They're putting out a lot of good stories. A lot of the stories that she's doing a 20% off all inventory, right? As a thank you to all the supporters who have supported her man-made brand. The professional trendsetter, the creative, the socks for men. These are not socks you wear with your Jordans, right?
Right.
These are not those kind of socks, right? Geoff's not paying attention. It's fine.
Yes,
shop
sure.
man-made or shop made-man-sockery.myshopify.com.
That's right.
Let me do it again. Made man sockery. You gotta say it like my uncle. Made man sockery.
That's right.
So there's dashes. What them dashes for, little boy? When you do them websites, what them dashes for?
What them dashes for?
Made dash man dash sockery dot myshopify.com. One more time, Geoff. Can you say it? Made dash.
I can tell you
man
this.
dash sockery.
You better stop.
myshopify.com. Can you say
you
it?
better stop with your Nordstroms and Macy's fuckery and make your way to man-made sockery.
No, you said man-made is made man.
Made man sockery.
Like
Goddamn it.
Mafia.
He's a made man. You can't touch him. Got them socks on. Can't touch him.
Made dash
Can't
man dash sockery dot myshopify.com. Made dash man dash sockery dot myshopify.
Made man sockery.
It's made man sockery, man. Y'all gotta go support them. Please support that business. I want to see them do well. And a lot of y'all feet bad.
Right. You need you some first date socks.
Yeah, these socks could also serve as bandages for a lot of you
guys. That's hilarious.
Go ahead and support this brand.
Yeah.
We're behind it 100%.
If you know you're going to be going over a girl house and you're going to be chilling and it's a new girl in your life and you want to show some respect, you take your shoes off and go in her house.
With some nice socks on.
Right. You don't want them bullet hole ass socks.
No, she got a pair of socks on here that I want badly. She sent some socks to this facility. I think somebody's
styling them.
I think somebody's in them right now.
Somebody's like, note to self, don't wear these up to the station.
When Zoe is there.
Yeah, you know how niggas
there
do.
On Mondays and Thursdays. Don't do that.
Don't wear these socks Monday and Thursday.
That's what I think is happening.
That's what happened.
Made dash man
sockery
dash sockery dot
I am so sorry.
Sister,
we are just rolling the name of your business around like a booger. Can we stop? She probably sat up and
she's like, these dudes.
What can I call my business? I know. Man sockery. And now these two old niggas is up here just beating the shit out of my name and my business. Mama made sockery. Y'all know
we dumb as that. Okay.
I ain't supporting but one black business. You know what it is?
What?
Main Sacre. Yeah. I'm all over that. I'm getting some. Main Sacre.
I love it.
I love it,
I fucking love it. All right, sorry. We're going to move on to this last one here. Terri Lomax at TerriLomax.com.
Hey,
Terri
girl.
is spelled TerriLomax. Terri Lomax. Listen, our birthdays are coming up.
She fly. She look like Nino Brown's lawyer.
She's married. Our birthdays are coming up.
Yes, sir.
I just have to say it.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry.
When are you?
I'm the 23rd.
And I'm the 20th.
You're the 20th.
Goddamn, my daddy the 24th.
Look at that.
Oh shit.
You in the dig?
Oh
So
shit.
this is next weekend, right?
Oh
You in the dig?
shit.
Y'all motherfuckers better hit these birthday cash apps, my nigga.
My birthday Wednesday, niggas.
Your birthday is Wednesday.
Wednesday. 2 days from today.
So mine would be on the weekend.
Yes, sir.
Like Friday or something.
Like party days, yeah.
Huh.
I'm 11 times 5.
Main
Sacre.
That's dope, bruh. Y'all gotta put up Jeff Brown's cash app right now.
Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm gonna buy me some main Sacre.
Okay, sorry.
Let me stop fucking with that.
On my birthday, May
shit.
23rd, 2020, at 2:30 p.m., 5:30 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, Terri Lomax, podcaster, speaker, and brand strategist, customer success manager at Silicon Valley tech startup Asana. She's going to do a how to get your podcast poppin' masterclass.
Oh shit.
And it's free.
I'm all over that.
She's gonna do a how to start your podcast and how to get it poppin' masterclass for free.
How to unfuck yourself.
Online.
Yeah, for free.
Free.
For free now.
How to launch your first podcast, a step-by-step guide for creating and maintaining a successful podcast that grows your audience and that grows your audience and impact. There you go. Free virtual masterclass. She's gonna get it done. You better go there right now. TerriLomax.com. Now what I'm gonna do is Sarah's gonna put her link in the description box of this show. All right? So we got that out the way. One last thing I need to promote. Because people were hitting me up on Instagram and asking me to do it. My son, New Williams, that's his Cash App. The boy just graduated from Fresno State last Friday.
My man.
With his degree in philosophy with an option for religion.
What a shot.
So people on my Cash App or on my Instagram, when I posted, congratulations for him, they was like, yo, post the young man's Cash App, because some people might want to hit him with a little graduation change.
So Nuriel, son of Zoe, has a degree in philosophy. Who would have guessed?
That's what the other people, they're like, yeah.
Who would have guessed?
There it is. Yeah, young New, he graduated, man.
NBA hopeful with a degree in philosophy. He's nothing like his father at all.
I'm fucking proud of him, man. I'm beside myself, man. With joy, I appreciate him. And on top of that, the boy working his tail off right now in terms of training.
Well, his daddy's fat, old, and lazy, so what do you expect?
Hey, man, I be at the training sessions with him. You better know that.
Come on, mate.
I be at the training sessions with this boy.
Do he be putting his moves on you when y'all do y'all do the one-on-one?
Let me tell you what I do.
What you do, Zoe? What you do with an NBA level athlete? Tell me what you do.
Let me tell you what I do in the training sessions while this boy is getting it in.
Okay.
I'm sitting in the corner with a tall glass cold water. Because that keeps my vocal cords lubricated
so I can
talk shit.
Right.
You lazy nigga.
Right.
He'd be like, Dad, you couldn't do this. You could never do this. Dad, you're getting fat. Yes.
You know why I'm getting fat? Because it's time for me to wear main soccer. Hit that layup drill as I'm sitting there in my colorful, sharp-ass socks.
I be on his ass, man. I be on his ass. So please, everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the share button. We are about to jump into today's fucking current events. Let's get busy, because this shit about to be crazy. You know I always got a through line.
Let us do it.
For why I do this, man. I always got a through line for why I do this.
You are a cold piece.
Because I be trying to get y'all to see shit from different levels. Stop accepting shit at face value.
How about it?
Stop applying an opinion to a one-sided perspective. I know that's right. Stop applying an opinion to a one-sided perspective. How you formulate an opinion for a perspective that you didn't experience?
Yes. How you gonna leverage how your daddy ain't shit on your mama's humanity?
So it's very important, man.
How you gonna,
Shit, man, it's very important, especially now.
How you gonna know what to eat when you trust in the people of the 4 food groups crew explicitly?
Come on, man. Now's the time to be cautious. Again, you heard us break it down on previous shows when we talked about how the brain works. You got an athletic brain and you got an unathletic brain.
Ooh.
The athletic brain is the flight or fight brain. That's your old limbic system, the reptilian system that has urges and needs and is fearful and it can just pop off at any time. Oh,
right,
shit.
Right. Fight or flight, all that.
That's the limbic system. That's where your addictions lie. But the thinking brain is unathletic.
How about it?
Because thinking requires ponderance. I must ponder this. I must think before I act. I must have some level of patience before I jump into something. And I'm telling y'all, now is the time to do it. You need to be able to think and see clearly. I don't know what the fuck Geoff doing.
I'll be right back.
Geoff wild in a motherfucker. So let me just say, everybody hit the like button. There's not enough likes in this motherfucker before I read this. I'm gonna read this story. Not enough likes in this motherfucker. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, man.
There are not enough likes in this motherfucker.
Come on, man.
Get your shit together.
All right, here we go. FDA halts coronavirus testing program backed by Bill Gates. The program allows people in the Seattle area to easily take a coronavirus test at home. Researchers say such testing is essential for future monitoring of the virus and the host it lives in. I just added and the host it lives in.
Fuck you and the host you live in. What? Oh, nigga, I'm with you, son. I'm retarded, but I'm with you.
Do you understand? We need to monitor the virus that's in your ass.
How about it? Ooh.
Let me tell you something. We live in the time of ass monitoring. Remember your girlfriend used to say, I need to know where your ass gonna be.
Gonna be at.
The government is the saltiest girlfriend ever. The government like, we finna follow your ass.
The government is Rasputia?
The government is Rasputia, my niggas. We live in where you at, nigga, land. This where you at, nigga, land.
Right. It take 11 minutes to get home from your job. It's 14 minutes. Where the fuck was you?
Where the fuck were you? Seattle. An innovative coronavirus testing program in the Seattle area, backed and promoted by billionaire Bill Gates and local public health officials as a way of conducting wider surveillance on the invisible spread of the virus. This is why judgment must be withheld. False positive tests. Lying on who got it.
Right.
Basically saying if you come in this bitch and you got a motherfucking cold, we gonna say you got corona. We just labeling it whatever. Do you understand? Are y'all peeping what's happening? Or what is potentially happening?
Are you peeping game?
Okay, cool.
You niggas need to peep game.
Cool. Let's keep going. The program involved sending home test kits to both healthy and sick people in the hope of conducting the kind of widespread monitoring
There they go.
that could help communities safely reopen from lockdowns. Researchers and public health authorities already have tested thousands of samples, finding dozens of previously undetected cases. Is it about detection of cases or is it about monitoring? Because what's a synonym for monitoring, Geoff?
Spying.
Surveillance.
Surveillance, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
The goal is to know where every human being is at all times that has any access to any currency whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really give a fuck about the people out on the Serengeti or the Bedouins. No, fuck them. They're non-issue. Most of the Amish, fuck them. But if you can spend $1 on something, we want to know where you at.
Mm-hmm.
We want to know exactly who you are, exactly where you at, and exactly what you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Why you think it is you speak about something in your house, and then all of a sudden it's in your feed. More of that in the rant.
Wow. Hey, Tommy Hooks, good looking on that super chat. We appreciate all the super chats that come through to support this channel. Jimmy Parrott, thank you so much, man. We appreciate it all. Please hit the like button. Please hit the super chat and share button throughout this show. Let me just say this. We talked about it before. Bill Gates is not a politician.
Nope.
But he's got the ear of all the politicians.
So you don't need to be.
Right? Mm-hmm. This dude is running amok.
Let's talk about what else he ain't.
What ain't he?
You said Bill Gates is not a politician, but he got the ears of politicians.
Yes.
He got that bread, so he don't need to be.
Yes.
Bill Gates is not a medical doctor, but he got the ears of the medical doctors because he got that bread, so he don't need to be.
Right.
All the shit that you think you need to be, he don't need to be, because he got that bread.
Huh.
You know how you like to make excuses for niggas who fuck up? You know a nigga's favorite thing to say is, but he got money. Well, guess what? Bill Gates ain't no doctor. Bill Gates don't know nothing about medicine. Bill Gates don't really know nothing about politics. But he got that money. So now what's happening? Whatever the fuck he say.
So you saw me point out certain words in that article. Big thing is monitoring. We want to monitor the spread. We want to monitor, which is surveillance, right? Here's another one. CNN Business. 911, 9/11 saw much of our privacy swept aside. Coronavirus could end it altogether. Saturday, May 16th, 2020 article. London, CNN. Spit into a cup when you land in an airport and your DNA is stored. Look,
Wow.
Every phone in every city talks to every other phone or every other nearby device. Their exchanges floating somewhere in the ether.
Wow.
Cross-border travel is enabled only by governments sharing data about millions of private movements. These are all possible visions of the future that the corona pandemic has rushed in on us. Decades of change affected. Sometimes it feels in just weeks. Now, please understand what's happening here. We're going to use an invisible devil to reorganize society in the mold that we want it to be in.
Absolutely.
You can't mobilize the masses without fear. Am I saying this shit ain't real?
Mm-hmm. Bondage disguised as convenience.
I'm saying the motherfucker. Listen, this is what I'm saying. Is it real, Geoff? Is the coronavirus real?
I'm gonna say perhaps. I'm gonna go with a strong.
And you know why I fuck with you, Geoff, and your answer?
What? Why?
Because you're intelligent.
Oh, stop! No, keep going.
No, just on the real. That's an intelligent answer. That's I don't know. Perhaps is I don't know.
Right. Which is my issue parenthetically with ministers. If you could just give me an I don't know instead of giving me butterflies and Easter grass. I don't know. I honestly I know that I can't put what it might not be past these people. And I don't have that pragmatic benefit of the doubt that most Jasper-ass Shade Treehouse coons love giving.
Or flip it the other way. Could it be the shit that they said it was? Shit they said it was is the motherfucker probably got SARS in it. The motherfucker probably got swine flu in it. The motherfucker probably got HIV in it. This is what they saying might be in coronavirus.
Oh yeah, this one was cooked up in a lab to get good. This one ain't.
Right. But okay, so if it's real, it's that. If it's not real, do you see? It's an excellent mobilizer.
Right.
Either one is gonna mobilize you to do what they said.
So it don't matter.
It don't. Are y'all paying attention? Order out of chaos. Always been one of their modes of operandi. And the people who are the least together and the least organized be the people who take the biggest hit. You too poor to be objective.
Damn. You don't have the wherewithal to be. Do you understand how much more expensive it is to be broke? Being broke is one of the most expensive things in the world. Buying your shit one at a time. Rent-A-Center. You know how much? They did try to get me with that Rent-A-Center okie doke shit when I was 22 years old. And God bless her, my first wife, just what a taste for the social Kool-Aid. She just we gonna get this couch and I said, do you understand? Look at this.
Keep going, Geoff. Keep going.
We're gonna pay $15 a week for this couch for 6 years. Do you realize we could have bought Quincy Jones' couch for that? Really? Do you understand how they stretch your ass out? What they do, they know that pennies add up more than you do. Because they take all y'all pennies and stretch them out over car payments and stretch them out over credit cards and just stretch them the fuck out. And you keep doing that because you poor, which leads you to be in the position of not having the wherewithal. What you gonna do? Every time your car break down that you done bought, this American car that let me put some pimp game on you. Here's what you do. You go in, they preach to you that you need this substandard American car, this big SUV. You have to have it.
That has planned obsolescence.
That is planned obsolescence. That is going to break down sometime before you make the 60 payments on it.
And I mean completely.
Completely. And it's worth $3,000 less when you drove it off the lot. Now, what does your broke ass do? Where you go buy your gas? Arco. Do you understand that Arco is the shittiest gas on the earth? It is made horribly. You can make gas out of naphtha or tar. They make their gas out of tar, which means that there's always tar in it. Where does the tar go? It's heavy.
In your engine.
No, not yet. The tar is heavy. So it settles at the bottom of the tank. With every gas, every time you fill your gas, it's little tar in the bottom. Now, who ride around on E most of the time? Broke motherfuckers sucking that tar into their motor that they keep buying. This is the circle you get on when you pay attention to, hey, over here, do this. If it's going like this, then you probably want to question it. If a bunch of motherfuckers is doing it, don't. That has kept me out of so much shit.
Geoff, let me jump in here.
Yes, sir.
Mark Pata. Geoff is not poor shaming. If anything, we're collaboration shaming.
Oh, stop poor shaming?
That's what he said. Stop poor
okay.
shaming.
Okay.
If anything, we're collaboration shaming. Because when you have a little, it makes more sense to organize with others who have a little to form a lot. And we have to shake off the conditioning that we've been given to hate each other, to disrespect each other. We're not poor shaming. Poverty is serious, but poverty is also a contrived instrument of social control.
And first off,
and can be I'm going to throw it back to you, Geoff.
Yeah.
And can be overcome if we recognize that it's a contrived instrument of social control and start to work together and parlay together. But have you ever looked into gang culture? Have you ever looked into the animus and the hate that we have for each other? That's got to come from somewhere. That comes from conditioning. Have you ever looked into the competition we're in when we're fighting for the same job, fighting to be employed by the same oppressor? Have you ever looked into that? It takes a certain level of conditioning and self-hate to be able to look at your brother and say, not you over me. It takes us, do you understand? It takes a different level to say, no, definitely you over me. And I'm going to help you get there.
Come on, man.
It takes a whole different, and again, we don't have that. So he's not actually shaming you because you're poor. He's shaming you because you hold on to your trinkets as if they define you, when all of our trinkets together is a fucking, it's a treasure trove of resources. It's something, do you get what I'm saying? That's what he's talking about. Yes. He's not saying, oh, it's your fault because you're poor. Go ahead, Geoff.
It's not your fault if you're poor. It's your fault if you stay poor.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
With regard to poor shaming, I am. You find yourself critical of it because you believe that you are your thoughts, and you're not. And until you can separate this from your thoughts, you're going to think that I'm poor shaming this. No, I am poor shaming the concept that does not allow you to take in common fucking sense and use it. The Bible says the poor you will have with you always. What it doesn't say right after that is here are their names. Poor is broke is a state of finance. Poor is a state of mind. And yes, I will shame a state of mind. And if you don't like it, then perhaps you should change that last name from Pata to whatever else. Because Pata was a higher thinker. And right now, you're not thinking high. But you're welcome and you're in the right place. That was free. The fuck out of here. I'm poor shaming. Somebody got to talk to the poor people with something other than Snickers and annihilators. This annihilator thinking. Somebody got to break it. somebody got to say it. Somebody got to say that if you don't have a plan, you should only have one pair of Jordans per successful plan per year. What did you plan this year that worked out? What 12-month plan? And I'm not talking about monumental. 12 months from now, I'm a producer. Let's just say I produce music. 12 months from now, I will be on this level with mixing, on this level with sales, and on this level with production. And if 12 months later, you are on or past those levels that you set for yourself, you deserve a pair of Jordans. Do it like that. That's what I'm saying. And that's not poor shaming. That is stopping motherfuckers from being a part of the cycle that says, that is stopping motherfuckers from being the yang to the yin of wealthy.
But Geoff, he's in here and he said it again. You're poor shaming. So let me just stop.
Well, fuck him.
Let me just stop. Let me just do this real quick. Critical thinking, if you take it as a course, critical thinking tells you when new information is added to a pre-existing thought and it makes sense and it's verifiable, it's your responsibility to recontextualize what you used to think was the truth. Now, I explained something, Geoff explained something, and we said we're not poor shaming.
And explain why.
Geoff talked about a mentality. I talked about conditioning. And we talked about the mentality and the conditioning, which is basically the same thing.
Sure.
You have control over that. So even though the system is designed for you to be mediocre, is designed for you not to reach certain benchmarks,
cannot work unless it's designed for and cannot work. The system cannot work if you don't do that. Keep going.
So now, we say, no, we talking about the mentality. Well, you still post shaming. See, that's a problem with us in our community.
Doubling down.
We'll hold on to a truth that makes sense to us, not recognizing that we only have a piece of the puzzle of the whole view of truth. If I come in and say something that can enhance you or give you more pieces so you can have a little bit broader view, because have you ever tried to figure out what the fuck the picture is in a puzzle with just one piece? But the moment you get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces, you start to recognize,
wait a second.
Oh, wait a minute, I know what the fuck this is. But
right.
So many people, the truth they have in their life is just that one little piece. And if I come in, or Geoff comes in and basically gives you these pieces, you go, oh, no, this is too big for my little basic ass world. We're trying to give you something, and we're not attacking you. We're trying to bring some clarity to what you're saying. You're saying we post shaming. No, we're shaming the mentality. Because guess what? Just like in a bad relationship, Geoff, just like in a bad relationship, at some point in that relationship, you are responsible for not walking away.
Yes. Yes.
At some point in that relationship, you are responsible for not taking responsibility for staying. At some point.
What do you tell a woman with 2 black eyes? Nothing. Somebody already tried to tell her twice.
Ooh.
That's simple. At some point, you are responsible for you, and it's not them.
And not even
at some point.
And not even your anxiety or your fear is galvanizing us as a people enough to defeat the conditioning of the overlords.
Right.
Because you would think, right? You would think with what's going on right now.
What's going on right now?
HR 6666. You would think that would galvanize a fragmented, disaggregate people to work together, damn their differences. You would think. Do you see? I read some articles that outlined surveillance. Did you see on the news? They're now going to different businesses saying, well, this entire business just got the RFID chip. And look, this guy just bought a soda out of the concession stand by waving his hand in front. You would think, because you see, it's an invisible assailant that could kill us. And we need to monitor wherever the fuck it goes. Well, this is part of their plan. If you're paying attention.
Yes.
If you fucking paying attention. So at this point, does it benefit us for every nigga with an opinion to stand on it like he right? Geoff?
First, ooh wee, I just had a thought just run out of my head that was so deep. I'm not gonna chase it down.
I'm not gonna chase it.
I'm not gonna chase that thought. I can't. You are without question. Now I'm gonna say that for the rant. I'm running through my brain for the shit that you just. There was something.
All right, hold on
said.
1 second. Hit the like button. It's 12, damn near 1,300 motherfuckers in here live. We only got 477 likes. Do us a solid. Listen, you don't have to fucking agree with us.
No.
You don't have to agree with everything we say. We're not looking for that. What we're looking for is intelligent contribution from you.
Thank you.
Right? Hit the like button.
Thank you.
Show us you appreciate the show. Hit the super chat button. Hit Geoff's Cash App. If you feel like it, hit my Cash App. What we're saying is engage intelligently with us.
Here's how you
we
sound.
Can go back and forth.
Here's how you sound. Son, you can't have a Snicker right now because it's too close to dinner. And then you retort with, but Snickers is good. Really? How about, Dad, I understand that, but you do know I am slightly hypoglycemic and my blood sugar index is dropping. See, you hit me with something like that, I can think about, okay, get a boy half a Snicker. Snickers is good? That's all you got? That's a really? You don't?
But see, that's another part of it. That's another part of our problem as black men. We so weak, all we have to hold on to is our opinion.
Oh shit! And you know what? If you try to make me change it, I don't give a fuck how bad it is. I'll double down on it.
I'll double down on some
bullshit. And what you doing is you ain't hurting me. This is entertaining for the people who are watching us. You're not hurting us. What you are hurting when you double down on bullshit is your subconscious. Ooh. You have stabbed your subconscious in its positive forward movement again when you double down on bullshit. And that's going to be real clear. I got to keep teasing it because I'm so close to saying it right now. But I got a dope-ass analogy that involves me, Zometheus, and Gladiator. Oh, I already got it. Oh, this is going in the rant. This is fire. I promise you. This is going to be one of the most fire things I've ever said, and I'm burning to say it because of how we think. You know what? The white man's redlining got you in poverty. The white man's concept of projects got you in poverty. The white man keeping you from jobs got you in poverty. The white man keeping you from getting bank loans got you in poverty. Do you know what kept you in poverty? Your thinking, nigga. Your thinking. It ain't about what he did. Yes, granted, in the words of Will Smith, you are responsible for fixing Oh no, I'm finna put some pimp shit on it. You are responsible for fixing far more. You are responsible for fixing far more than you are responsible for breaking. You are not responsible for the fact that you have been redlined and projected and food stamped and wicked and disenfranchised into your position.
This nigga said wicked.
Wicked. You are not. You
Women and children.
You are not responsible for the shit you fell in, but you are responsible for walking around the rest of your life with that shit on you.
Ooh.
And yes,
somebody set up the shit trap outside.
Somebody set the shit trap.
We'll set up the shower inside, nigga. Go bathe.
Oh, I love that, Jeffrey Brown. Now get the fuck out of poverty.
Poverty.
Do you understand? Yes. Do you understand that they have slammed the lead doors down on where everyone is? Have you ever watched? There was an old show called Get Smart used to come on. Da-dum, ba-dum, bow. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bow. Ba-dum, da-dum. Every time Maxwell Smart would walk, behind him, these lead doors would slam down, or they look like lead. Anyway, society, Bill Nim, does slam the lead doors down. And wherever you at is where you at. And if you can be dissuaded, discouraged, butthurt, because I'm describing where you at, bad news, nigga. You finna stay where you at.
Masculinity is about scalability. It was a man who designed a computer. And the man designed the computer to be scalable.
How about it?
What is scalable? It means it has to be able to grow. Here, you know what? This hard drive is full. Let me take this one out and get another one and put another one in. And now the first one will serve as a storage.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's scalable. You know what? This memory isn't enough. Let me take that out and put some in. Oh, now I got memory on deck. I can expand it. Listen, manhood is scalable, meaning what you used to think as a 16-year-old should not apply as a 25-year-old.
Yeah.
Or should not apply as or what you thought as a 25-year-old should not apply as a 35-year-old. Do you understand? Your knowledge has to be scalable. Your wisdom has to be scalable. There's some aspects of knowledge that turns old and stale. First off, Bill Gates is no longer making software.
He out of that game.
His business has scaled into another space. Now he's a public or a private citizen that's out here doing global shit, getting sued by sovereign nations for vaccination injury. And now he's a premier voice. And when we tell you, you need to be scalable in that which you know, in that which you study. And you need to also be able to download or offload old, outdated ideas that are still within you. You think you're a man because you're standing on an old idea? An obsolete principle and concept? Manhood is about scalability. Geoff and I, again, I'm going to say it again, we are not shaming people who are impoverished. But while we're over here arguing this point, there's a wonderful book by Lynn Twist, The Soul of Money, Reclaiming the Wealth of Our Inner Resources. Where in the fuck do you think she got the principal concepts of wealth from? You think these are her original ideas? Have you read this book? I have. She's talking spirituality in relation to wealth. while the black race is disaggregate, fighting, fragmented, broken up, judging each other by a system that wasn't written or created for us to thrive in.
In the first fucking place.
In the first place. While this is happening, the shit they stole from you on the spiritual side, they're writing books about and passing it around to each other.
Basically, you got robbed standing on the bus stop with a backpack full of $100 bills. The motherfuckers who stole from you are now somewhere divvying out them $100 bills to one another, and you have nothing. And it was yours to fucking begin with. And all you can do is be enamored by how they get ahead with your shit. That's your shit.
This is your shit. When I read this book, I go, oh, that's the Kabbalion.
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay. Your inner resources. Let me say the name of the book again. Go look at it. Sarah, can you pull up the picture if you find it? The Soul of Money by Lynn Twist. Yeah, this bitch put a twist on it, all right. L-Y-N-N-E, Twist. The Soul of Money, reclaiming the wealth of our inner resources. Whenever you're talking about the inner, you're talking about the occult. When you're talking about the occult, you're talking about the hidden. Occult just means hidden. And that's the European way of saying amun, the hidden. Amun, that which is hidden. Do you understand? This was our stuff. It ain't your stuff no more. Listen, your reality is a reflection of the content of your consciousness. And what white people said was, we have to empty their consciousness by stripping the knowledge of self and then refilling it with sawdust. The bullshit we say they are. This is why I say break up with white definitions. We talked about Alfred Korzybski. Alfred Korzybski said the definition is the container. So if your definition of manhood tells you this, nigga, whatever I say, nigga, I stand on it. Okay, be that. But that better be the product of you testing and charging rent to the outdated thoughts in your consciousness. Any thought that's in your consciousness shouldn't be able to stay there without being tested, my nigga. It's got to prove its worth to stay in your consciousness. Jeff Brown, do you remember how we said Quincy Jones made albums? When Quincy Jones told me how they made Thriller, he said, yo, we start with 10 songs. Now, we done recorded hundreds of songs.
Right.
But the goal is to get to 10 songs. He says, yo, those songs, those 10 songs gotta battle each other. They gotta battle to be on the album.
You are getting ahead of the rant, but go ahead.
That's all right. The rant is off because we started 30 minutes late. It's gonna come.
No, that's right where I'm. Yes, keep going.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm. Yes.
10. He said, man, the motherfucking songs gotta battle in order to make the album. He said, yo, man, we had a wonderful record called Carousel. Anybody heard Michael Jackson's Carousel? Look that motherfucker up. It's on YouTube right now, the full version, Carousel. The shit was fire. Dope ass record. But that shit didn't make the album. You know why? Human Nature came. That's gotta go.
Wow.
It's dope. It's a great record. But it ain't greater than that. And that's gotta go. See, outdated ideas and beliefs within you gotta go. And this is where iron sharpens iron comes from. You gotta be able to listen to brothers who differ from you and be able to see the quality and the value in what they're saying, especially if it's respectful. Do you understand? I'm telling y'all right now, the virus is the vehicle for their desired outcome, which is global surveillance of everything. Please hear what I'm saying. The virus is the vehicle to get that done. And because you can't see it, what's one of the best motherfucking, one of the best or one of the most potent fears? Is that what you can't see, taste, touch, or hear? There's a poison gas in that room right now.
Right.
You can't smell it, you can't taste it, you can't see it, but it's there.
The most potent fear is the one you have to take my word for.
Geoff motherfucking Brown. This reminds me of Schrodinger's
cat.
The Schrodinger's cat, where you don't know if the motherfucking cat is dead or alive. They take it's a thought experiment, because it's talking about superposition, where every possibility is real. Right? It's a cat in a box. There's a motherfucking, there's some radioactive material in a box, and then there's some other solution that sets the motherfucking box or sets the radioactive material off. Now the radioactive material, when it's set off, that shit could kill the cat. But you don't know if the cat is dead or alive unless there's an observer.
Right.
You open the box, the cat may still be alive because we don't know when the other element triggered or if it triggered the radioactive material in that bitch. We don't know until you open the box. Cat could be dead. It's called superposition. All possibilities or probabilities, all probabilities are in superposition, which means they all exist. This has been called the unknown. And nothing scares humans more than the unknown.
The monster under the bed.
Right. This is why I told motherfuckers to go get Krishnamurti's book, Freedom from the Known. Knowledge is a reflex of memory. Everything you know is based off of your experience. Your experience is the past.
Yes.
All the creative shit, all the powerful shit comes from the present. But knowledge is rooted in the past.
Why does a guitar solo feel so much better when you know that the dude is just making it up on the spot?
Boom.
Because he is being honest to the moment. Do you know that most comedy demands by default that you are dishonest to the moment? I must tell this joke that I have been working on and telling over and over and over and over. And I have to make you feel like it's the first time I told it, which feels totally different. Shout out to rest in peace, Bernie Mac. Totally different than just shout out to my man Sinbad. Totally different than taking off from the free throw line right here, right now. Prime example. We was on the road. Sinbad was getting ready for the Son of a Preacher Man. This is one of his HBO specials that he was doing. And he was doing like 90 minutes of material in an hour. Like one night he would do this 60 minutes, which involved 30 minutes of some other shit. And he would bounce back and forth. And we kind of knew what he was getting ready for. The night of the taping, the cameras fire up. Sinbad goes out. People go crazy. They sit down. He starts doing his thing. 5 minutes in, a lady in the front broke her leg. He looks at her and asks her about it. Sinbad does in front of HBO, cameras burning, money being spent. 10 minutes of shit ain't none of us seen him do before. Right there in the moment, it's the funniest 10 minutes of the fucking special, and it's because this motherfucker on a regular trusts himself implicitly in the moment. Anything that you are working on that requires memory could be a lie, could be inaccurate, could be invalid. Here in this moment. Be in the moment.
But see, that's what killed Michael Jackson. Creatively. The moment is where insight lives. Insight lives in between thoughts.
Okay, you gonna...
Thought takes you to the past.
Okay.
Insight is the present. You get to see what it is right here and right there.
And right in that gap.
Michael Jackson over time became too formulaic in the way he made his music. Prince was the polar opposite of formulaic. Mm-hmm. He would do shit nobody gave a fuck about. Nobody wanted to hear. But again, that was the difference. Formulas work on the conditioned mind.
Yes.
This is why Mike was a bigger star in the sense of selling more records, because this A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Keep it simple, stupid. Basic shit for the masses. Mm-hmm. The word population, Latin populoso, masses of unlearned animals. Your spiritual books, King James, 1611 AD, got the Bible from the Greek and the Latin Vulgate. Vulgate produces our English word vulgar. Vulgar means commoner, unlearned. Words like layman. This nigga's not of the cloth. He's not a priest. This comes from the Egyptians when the Egyptians were the only one who could read. Do you get what I'm saying? You need a formula, which is a container, which makes, there's 4 walls in a container, and those 4 walls make you feel safe because they represent the known.
Right.
Insight is in the unknown. Knowledge is the known.
Right.
Which is the past. Because in order to know something, you must have already experienced it.
Right.
Which is why you can recognize it.
And you can only get so much nourishment from what you already ate.
Man.
You gonna regurgitate your food and eat it again? No.
Critical thinking
it's back there.
Forces you to get new information. It forces you to be objective. It forces you to do this if you want to grow. Look at what's happening in the world today. Do you see what's happening, Geoff?
Sure.
An invisible, unknown assailant is pushing everybody to jump the gun to biometric monitoring. And it's led by a non-elected person.
What did I tell you about the unelected? The people you didn't pick. Who the fuck picked Bill Gates? But then
and here we are, Geoff. We sit here argue with our people every week for not being 100% down, for not trying to. I ride with everybody. Oh, so you can't ride with everybody. I ride for our people, man. Even the sick ones, even the ones that don't want to get out. I'm still down with them that don't want to get out.
Right.
Like, because that's the key in order to survive some shit. You're a disaggregate, broken people.
I only talk to people about this kind of shit over the age of 30 because there may be a child around you. Because that's who I'm really trying to get at. Fuck you if you're over 30. If you're over 30 and you think like you think and you don't want to bend it, okay. I don't give a fuck. I do not. I honestly, sincerely am going to watch with a little sorrow but absolutely no remorse as the masses of you are marched to the edge of the earth and kick the fuck off. I'll feel sorry for your kids, but you grown ass niggas that double down on foolishness, bye. Bye. Wow. If you in here nitpicking, bye. All right, what the fuck do we know? Bye. I'm not gonna, This is for this. What we are sowing right now are seeds into the future, because what you get here is not being taught, as far as I can see, much of anywhere else. Ain't no whole bunch of shout out to my man Tariq Nasheed, my man Young Pharaoh, my man Reza Islam, I'm running lean. It ain't no gang. Corey Holcomb.
Corey.
What they doing over on 5150? Shout out to
Grady.
Ray Grady.
All of the brothers that come through here.
The swordsman.
Corey,
the swordsman.
All of them, man.
In 100 years, this shit will be the shit that the wise refer to. I'm gonna be that arrogant.
Blue pill.
Yes.
Blue pill and red pill.
Them dudes.
The other youngster, 19 Keys.
Yes.
It's a lot of good brothers out there, man.
You better get a hold of that. Because your 20th century thinking is going to have you where the 20th century is.
Listen, and I'm going to throw this to Geoff for his intellectual rant.
Shout out to Antonio Moore.
Antonio Moore.
Shout out.
Shit. Him and Yvette Carnell.
Him and the man, say what you want to, but them two names, if they going to have some history books in 100 years, they going to be in there.
Yeah. I even like Michi X.
Michi X, yes.
Yeah.
Shout out, sis. I love that girl right there.
You understand?
You got some people putting it down.
What's the other brother? The Duke of Tears?
Oh, I ain't heard of him.
That brother's dope, man. There's a lot of dope brothers out there, man.
Even some of the dudes that's just angry at broads who I ain't gonna name
their
names.
What's the other brother, man?
Huh?
What's the other brother? I'm trying to get him for the show. The dude you mentioned that preaches on the Egyptology. Ray Hagen.
Oh my God, yes.
Man, Dr. Phil Valentine.
Dr. Phil, ooh.
Kaba.
Claude Anderson, Dr. Claude Anderson.
It's a lot of
Boyce Watkins.
Yeah, it's a lot of solid.
Dame fucking Dash.
Dame Dash. It's a lot of solid people out here.
Yes.
It's 1,500 people in the chat room. We only got 800 likes. Let's get the likes up.
Dave Anderson.
Oh,
Shout out to Dave Anderson, man.
Thought Crimes. Let's give it up to Billy Carson. Yeah, man. It's a lot of people out here doing it, man. And I'm telling you, it ain't gonna work unless people are working together. Somebody said Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark. Of course, all of the wisdom from the ancestors, man.
That's all we pulling on.
Taj Tariq Bey. Absolutely, man. The Broader Files, my homeboy Kev. Absolutely, man.
It's out there.
Professor James Smalls.
Black Dot. I love Black Dot.
You know what I'm saying? Black Dot. Yeah.
David Banner.
David,
if anybody, let me tell you why.
Wait, let me just say this real quick. Cause somebody, it's Minister Farrakhan. There's motherfuckers in here who are petty than a motherfucker. I'm not petty. I ain't got nothing but love for all my people, even if I got some beef with them. Even if I have a disagreement with them, I still got love. And for me, beef is just a disagreement.
Right.
Beef is not, I'm gonna kill you or I seek to undermine you. Beef is, we just got a disagreement. We can sit down and talk about anything in a respectful manner. If it's not respectful, I'm not gonna seek to talk to you.
No.
It's really that motherfucking simple.
Right.
So I need my homeboys who are in the chat room who try to pull up little basic petty shit. Stop acting like a mangina. Stop looking to create division. We've had enough of that. You on the dig? We had enough of the division that separates us. Stop looking, how come you didn't mention Jason Black? I'm cool with Jason Black. I don't know him.
Attention.
But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, ain't nothing but love, ain't nothing but respect. He does a good job. I don't really listen to his videos, but I have heard, let me just say this.
Yes, sir.
I've heard some clips, and the brother says some good shit. But why are you trying to create dissension amongst brothers? Why are you trying to push the envelope of breaking shit down? It's been enough dissension. Could somebody find that nigga in the chat room and delete his ass and block his bitch ass? Because I'm tired of those kind of niggas. You shouldn't have a voice if it's not a collaborative or a cooperating voice. If it's a voice that's predicated on dissension, get your punk ass out of here. Because I'm going to tell you, in real life, your bitch ass wouldn't walk up on me.
No.
You wouldn't come directly to me, my nigga.
No.
So get the fuck up out of here. Willie D is another strong voice.
That green eye thing, that's a mistake. That's a mistake.
I'm sick of the goofy shit, man. Y'all goofy bitches got to get out of here.
Just so nice with them things. You don't want to do that.
Y'all got to get out of here, man.
Okay. Here. Stop acting like your mama. Stop acting like your mama. Okay. Here how you acting like your mama. Dear males that I shouldn't have to say this to. A compliment to someone else is not an insult to you. Because I didn't remember exactly who's on your mind does not make me stupid or you smart for pointing it out. We were talking about the people who come to our minds. By the way, we're speaking to thousands of people while we're trying to do a show. So perhaps while you sitting there picking your balls and eating what you find, because you ain't got shit else to do, so you got these other names that we didn't come up with. Instead of, why didn't you mention? How about also? How about yes and instead of no but? Stop acting like your mama.
Dr. Tommy J. Curry. How about that? The brother who wrote the Man Not book. We got, hey, for real.
There's plenty out there.
It's a lot of solid people out there that are doing things. We got 15, almost 1,600 people in this chat room, man. Hit the motherfucking like button. Hit the share button. We coming to the time of the show where Geoff Brown jumps in here and does his intellectual rant. Sarah, can you put up Geoff Brown's Cash App while he's doing his rant? Because I want people to support Geoff Brown because he does drive a long way to get here. And yes, the brother be late, but we don't hold him. I would be upset if the motherfucker lived up the street. He don't live up the street. He live at the foot of the mountain. He come all the way over here.
And every Monday, he's getting his kids prepared.
Yeah, man. And sometimes he brings his kids
Bring them
here.
with me if I got to.
So y'all support Geoff Brown.
Thank you. Thank
y'all hit the super chat. Please hit the super chat. And for those who have already done it, we appreciate it. It's 1,500 people in here. I would love all 1,500 of y'all to drop $5 for this content that we're delivering right now. Please hit the super chat. And we appreciate everybody who has already done it. Without further ado, Jeff Breezy's I am angry. Somebody said I look angry as fuck. I am angry. I'm always angry. Can you imagine what the fuck I know? Can you imagine how long I've been sharing this shit? Okay.
Here how you.
Anyway,
just let me out.
Geoff Brown's intellectual rant, my nigga, man.
If you don't have any, if you have something that's off topic, haterish, negative, upstream of what we have to say here, you should be the main motherfuckers hitting the like button. Because you like it enough to try to say something to derail what we do. And I don't even see it as a derailment. What I see it as, and we don't mind doing it, we just hate seeing it. We don't mind doing it, we just hate seeing it.
Wow.
Is when you bring, in the words of LL Cool J, you swing rusty swords, I got the Excalibur. When you come to us with your little funky rusty sword ideas, we lop your heads off and it makes for great entertainment. The sad part is that those are really your ideas. Here's the scariest shit in the world. You brought these spies in on you when you bought your smart TV. Every time that you get an app on your phone and you say, I accept, for an app that wants to show you how to clean your nails but needs access to your fucking photos. You brought these spies in. These spies came into your life riding on two concepts: convenience and fear. We got all the convenient shit in because everybody got one of these now. Everybody got one of these. You know why you don't hear from me on the weekend, people who do business with me? Because when I got my kids, I turned this motherfucker off. I turn it off. I know that's blasphemy, but you do understand that a bunch of great shit happened without one of these. Citizen Kane, Thriller, Bad, The Wiz, all before these. So you can turn it off. You can turn it off and get some thinking done.
You can get some thinking done when it's off, man.
Let me explain what you're watching right now when you watch me and Zoe do this show. You are watching the metaphysical rebroadcast of the movie Gladiator. And I'll tell you which scene. This motherfucker's Russell Crowe. I'm going to go and be Jaimin Hansu. Jaimin Hansu's a bad motherfucker.
Why I got to be the white dude?
Because you're lighter than me.
Maximus.
You're Maximus. You are Maximus. You are the motherfuckers in the Coliseum. They came to see Maximus. I just happened to be chained to him. And we come out into this theater, into this Coliseum, and we fight bullshit ideas to the death. And you show up to watch it. You motherfuckers that double down on your bullshit thoughts, you know what you're doing? You're going over to the dead gladiator, grabbing it by the hand, going, keep punching at him. Keep punching at his swing. He's dead. We've killed that idea already. It's only you that hold on to that idea. And as you hold on to that corpse of an idea, and it rots, and it begins to smell, and it begins to infect you and those around you, because you just won't fucking bury it. You refuse to bury your idea because you have the arrogance to believe that idea came from you. That's some shit that was passed down to you that you keep because it's comfortable. Kind of like an abusive man that makes a lot of money. Let go of your bullshit ideas when you and everybody around you has come to the conclusion that they are bullshit. This is not to say that we are right on everything.
Rarely.
We're just right on the shit that you disagree. Yes, like I was so happy to tell my ex-wife. I'm not right all the time. I'm just right all the time that you think I'm wrong. Because my thinking is above yours. You did not show up because our thinking is on your level. Hateful dude. You didn't show up for that. You showed up because you knew our thinking was above yours. So if you can throw a grappling hook in our thinking and pull yourself up on some of your bullshit, you somehow think you're higher. You're not. All you've done is given us an opportunity to make an example of your bullshit thinking. I wouldn't even come out of my mouth with it. In the words of my grandmama, don't say that in front of grown people. You saying shit that you should not say in front of other metaphysically grown people unless you like making an example of yourself. There are 4 vaccines that you already have. 4 vaccines to every disease that gird up your melanin. They are the abandonment of animal protein, exercise, meditation, and cleansing. Run with them 4 vaccines. Let me explain to you how animal protein and an abandonment of it is a vaccine for the coronavirus. Have you heard that the coronavirus seems to like diabetes, high blood pressure, and the medicines that manage, quote unquote, them both. So what does that tell you? Take yourself out of the diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is entirely controllable by diet. High blood pressure, entirely controllable by diet. That makes not eating bullshit a vaccine. Exercise. Do you realize that the immune system is fortified when you get up off your fat ass and do some jumping jacks? Another vaccine. Meditation. Do you realize that stress, that the inability to make proper decision, the disconnection from the real self and the higher force, do you realize that that brings on sickness? If you do, then getting to the point of no mind should be your goal. Do you realize that iodine, 3 drops in it a day in water, tea, whatever, goes to the thyroid gland because your thyroid cannot make iodine, but it soaks it up and you need it. That it gets rid of heavy metals and radioactive poisoning. Do you realize that they make astronauts take iodine when they get back? So if you're doing that and you are cleansing your body, brothers and sisters, that's all you can do. There is no vaccine for this. The thing they're going to come out and shoot you with is not a vaccine. The real true vaccines are vegetables, fruits,
water, sun.
Come on. That's your real shit. Why is it that it is so fucking hard for you to swallow what I'm saying right now than it is for you to swallow the advice of the people who brought you the 4 food groups, the Tuskegee experiment, the nuclear bomb, and fucking cheese? You would rather take that than this. Keep drinking from the wrong well and try to get healthy. Keep trying to poison yourself into a better place. That's why we are here, to give you what is given to us. That's it. Keep fighting. Keep fighting what we given so we can keep showing what people need. I'm done.
I love it. Geoff Brown's intellectual rant. I hope you guys showed him some love by hitting his Cash App up. Let me just say this to all the little tender dick ass niggas out there. Because let me just say this. I need to get on these motherfuckers' ass real quick.
Tender dick motherfucker.
No homo. I need to get on these niggas because y'all motherfuckers celebrate when I get on the sisters.
Asking for permission to get pussy ass niggas.
You love it when I get on the sisters. But when I hold you accountable, you get mad. You get in your feelings. Like you can't be reprimanded. If I'm an OG, if I'm a big brother, if I'm a mentor, I expect you to listen to me when I check you. You understand? It ain't just about having an opinion. It's not just about having a platform. You understand? It's about pushing yourself to be better. My son, New, is the better version of me. The shit I couldn't do, I used as a teachable moment to get him over the hump. The shit I didn't have, I went out and found it so I could give it to him. But the only way for me to recognize what I didn't have was to look at myself and take ownership and responsibility for what was wrong with me. Or, in my case, What's still wrong with me? So I use this as a fucking teachable moment. Again, this is not just entertainment. Yes, Geoff and I together, the chemistry has always been good. We can be funny. We can be motherfucking entertaining. Motherfuckers can laugh, and that's all fine and goddamn dandy. But we living in a world right now that is reorganizing and recontextualizing itself right under your feet. And when I tell you to stop acting like a bitch, you want to bitch out.
Double down on it.
You want to double down on being a bitch. But if I get on the sister head, you be like, yeah, get that bitch.
Fuck them bitches.
Fuck them hoes. You don't understand. We need each other in every capacity of the term. They getting ready to cancel passports. And for a nigga who never had one, you might be like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You don't get your boulevard mindset, have an ass out of here, nigga. Geoff Brown down.
This nigga just say boulevard minded ass. See, I had another word I used to use for boulevard. I used to say some girls was boulevard pussy. You look both ways before you go get it, make sure ain't nobody gonna see you, then you go. There's boulevard pussy. That's horrible, ain't it? Because this is niggas out there getting that boulevard pussy. Let me make sure ain't nobody.
But no, we got a boulevard mindset.
Yes.
We got a block mindset. The block I live on. You know, the block done changed. You know, shit. It ain't used to be. We living in a different world. There are local governments in every motherfucking city right now that's trying to open up in compliance with monitoring the motherfucking invisible demon, this COVID-19. There are governments sitting down having said, how do we let our workers come back to work? 36 million Americans out of work. What the fuck do you think that number is when it comes to black Americans? Filing for unemployment. What do you think that number is for black Americans? African Americans. What do you think? And I can't check you? I can't call you out when you being petty? Come on, man. Now's not the time to be at war with your woman.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Now's not the time to be at war with your family.
Nigga, fill that blank with anybody you supposed to love. Anybody you supposed to, put it this way. If we are stronger like this, anybody that makes up anybody you supposed to be done with. Here's some big bold shit. Here's some big bold shit. I hope it gets back to him because I haven't really tried to reach out to him. I could try harder. But watch this. There's a comedian, a very, very well-known, very funny comedian by the name of Arnez J. That he and I had a bullshit beef forever ago, and I'm not going to even bring up what it was about. Somebody get this to him. Arnez, this is Geoff Brown. I love you, bro, and I'm sorry for my part. I'm sorry for everything. Damn, that's big of me. I'm sorry for anything I said, any animosity that I perpetuated. That's bullshit. That's 20th century, bruh. We don't know. You might have to save my life. I might have to save yours. I might have to save somebody in your family life. And we beefing over some bullshit. And I don't even know if you beefing or not, if you forgot it or not. But there are motherfuckers walking around who like to talk about that in the past tense with regard to me and you. And I want you to know, bruh, if you ever need anything, I'm there.
You know what? That was big of you, Geoff.
If you ever need anything, I'm there. And I'm sorry for any bullshit, any of the bullshit that I said that might have caused you discomfort in any way, because we are black men and it is time out for that bullshit.
Yeah. And that was big of you, Geoff. And I offer the same olive branch to Aries Spears.
Bruh.
I offer the same
Yes.
I offer the same olive branch to Aries Spears. You know, I hear, you know, his videos sometimes, and people send me stuff that he says. And brother, we can speak offline anytime you want to speak, dog. You know, comedians. He rolled up on Ray Grady and said, "Tell Zoe Williams I'm looking for him." Well, Ray Grady had my number, brother. You could ask for my number. I told Ray Grady you should have gave him my number. Don't just look for me. Connect with me. You understand? I'm on Instagram. You can send me a DM, brother. Ain't nothing but love. I look at it like a basketball court skirmish. You understand?
Can it be like it used to be? Remember when you was young? I don't know. Maybe y'all too young for this. I can remember when one of the things that would galvanize niggas was a good old-fashioned fight.
A good old-fashioned knuckling up.
A good old-fashioned, we gonna get out here and go, I'm gonna put my foot on this square, you gonna put your foot on that square, and we ain't gonna move these feet, and we gonna throw these things. When them niggas got done, them niggas was tight.
Right, and I'm just gonna say it again, man. You can disagree with me. I'm not a rightaholic. I don't have to be right.
Ooh, a rightaholic, bro.
But what you gotta do is respect me. You don't get to disrespect me.
How about it, bro?
And think that it's all good. It ain't sweet.
How about it, bro?
It's not sweet. So all I'm saying is I ain't got nothing but love and respect for your craft, brother. And I've listened to you speak. You are an articulate and intelligent brother. I've spoken with a mutual friend of ours, Cool Mo D. He speaks highly of you as well. So brother, listen, I have no beef with you. I have no animosity towards you. And if you want to sit down and reconcile like grown-ass men, bruh, I'm open to that. I mean you no disrespect. I mean you no angst. I mean you no harm whatsoever, brother. But again, like Geoff said, man, I apologize for my actions 3 years ago. I apologize for that, brother. And, you know, like I said, man, there's an opportunity here for us to make amends because we're in a time.
In front of the world.
Yeah.
In front of, dude, okay, in front of the world. Do you know how much more, I'm going to be arrogant right now. Do you know how much more my apology means to Arnez? And if he can find a way to forgive me, here's to me, because of the people who know us both. How many people gonna turn around and start forgiving brothers for bullshit?
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know how big it is that Aries Spears and Zoe Williams are trying to extend olive branches to one another? I saw something here that said Mike Epps will whoop Aries Spears' ass. Not in front of me, he won't. Do you know why? Because they're brothers. Because they're brothers. And if I'm anywhere around it, as long as ain't nobody gonna try to, no, I don't want to die. But if I'm there, I'm not gonna let it happen. I'm going to point them. Do you understand? This is who you are with the brothers, with the melanated people you are beefing with, of a mindset to reach. I'm not talking about everybody. The mindset to reach. Do you know who you are when you beefing with them? Have you seen the video where the two elk or these two deer, these two male deers, whatever you call a male deer, with the big antlers, they are going at it.
Bucks.
The two bucks going at it. And out of nowhere, a lion comes and just snatches one of them and breaks his neck and drags him off. Neither of them was looking at what's coming. There is a lion looking to eat you right now, roaming the streets, and its name is Corona.
Man.
And while you fuck that nigga. Remember that shit he did in 94?
Hey, the fuck that nigga
shit is done.
Culture gotta be done, man. Yeah. Somebody said it excellently here. The internet is interference. It's not an intermediary.
Ooh-wee.
It's interference. Nice. You understand? And I agree with that. U.S. stops issuing passports. This is Time Magazine, April 3rd, 2020. U.S. stops issuing passports except for life or death emergencies. The U.S. State Department has stopped issuing passports due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Is it interesting that COVID has ID in its name? ID 2020, surveillance. They gonna be on us, and now's not the time for us to be on us. We got the truce within our homes. We got the truce within our relationships. We got to set up a truce within ourselves, the inner battle that we got with ourselves. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't give a fuck how much money you stack, but they're recontextualizing the world, and that could also mean the money. If the money is recontextualized, what does it matter that you got $1 billion?
A billion whats?
$1 billion what? What if you think that money won't be useless or valueless at some point?
Let them dumbasses on be on putting the social media questions. Would you rather have infinite health and wealth or $1 million a year for the rest of your life? How do I know that dollars are going to be worth anything for the rest of my life?
How about that? But that's the point, man. See, we got monopoly at home in the cabinet for the family when we have get-togethers. But government is monopoly with real consequence.
Real death.
So they don't mind crashing a fiat currency. They don't mind doing it and booting up another one.
Come on,
within
man.
their power base. They don't mind. The people that run the world, the 5 families, the Bilderbergers, the Bohemian Grove, they don't mind killing a currency. But you will kill for a currency.
Let's kill the dollar on 3. Ready? Break. That's the Bilderberger.
And that would kill your life.
You done. These motherfuckers, listen here. While you counting money, do you understand that the people we are talking about, they don't. It's filthy. They never touch it. They don't. Let's take a plane and go here for this meeting. When they get on the plane, they didn't think about the gas or the ticket or the cost of the plane, because none of that even comes into play. Do you know how many grains of rice you have? Do you know right now in your cabinet, how many beans do you have? Do you know why you don't know? Because each bean is insignificant to you because of how many beans you have and how much rice you have. Well, the motherfuckers who make decisions about money look at money that same way. They got so much of it that it loses its daily value that you have. It's uncountable. They can't even, they imagine starting to play Monopoly and everybody that's on the board has the cash from 50 other Monopoly boards, but you starting out with that little $1,500.
Right.
You think you're doing something. Everybody else around this table has taken the $14,000 out of 25 to 50 other Monopoly boards. That's what you up against.
And then it goes back to the illusion is your container. Just like Korzybski, who was a linguist, said the definition is your container. The dollar is an illusion. It is a debt instrument. It is an illusion. It does not have inherent wealth, but you extrapolate your value from an illusion.
Wow.
You get your meaning from what's in your pocket. This their game, but it's your identity. Their game is your identity, your container, your sense of self. Their game is your sense of self-worth. Self-esteem is based on a game. And you still want to have beef. You still want to fight your own. You still want to tear your own down. Don't come into this show with that
shit.
Bullshit.
There is no that shit.
It's a different world.
That has no place here. And to be honest with you, the concept, and I won't even call it a derailment because of course it has to be addressed.
Yes.
But if you didn't come in here with this bullshit, guess what we had planned? A fucking show. You're not helping us with this shit. I used to have that when I would do shows and people would come up, hecklers would come up after I ate their ass up and they go, you know what? I helped you with your show. No, you didn't. What you're doing is the equivalent of riding along in a car with a mechanic breaking shit so he can fix it. Just because I'm a mechanic don't mean I need to stop and fix every fucking thing. And this wheel, this 20th century wheel that is running in your brain, you need to break that wheel. You need to start throwing out all your 20th century ideas, all of them. We just happen to start, oh goddamn, we just happen to start throwing out 20th century ideas in the 20th century. That's how me and Zoe hooked up way back in what, 2008, 9, 6? God damn, Zoe. Yes, we hooked up at the Foxhole, and it was Marcus King that saw, wait a minute, these two motherfuckers is thinkers. They put these two thinkers together, with shout out to Robin Thede. We said the three of us used to have a show. And as I look at it now, we were throwing bullshit 20th century ideas over the side of our metaphysical boats. Right. Then we are trying to tell you that there is a hole in that metaphysical boat. And you only got so much time, and I'm talking weeks, to throw out that 20th century Renaissance thinking. You ain't got long to throw this shit out before you, as a 20th century thinker, will be nothing more than a cautionary tale. Keep with that shit. Keep with the grudges you holding. Keep with your fucked up diet. Keep with your distrust. Keep treating your broad like your adversary. Keep with the you versus her instead of you and her versus the world. Keep with that shit, and you will be a cautionary tale.
Boy.
Keep with it.
It's 1500 deep on the REWZoWhat show, man. We not the most articulate. We don't know everything, man. We not right about everything. But what I do know is racism is still significant in the world. Racism. They got an interracial dating site that was put up to clown white women for trying to date white men. Why do I mention that? There it is right there. White supremacists build a website to dox interracial couples, and it's going to be hard to take down. Racists have published a hate-filled database targeting white women dating black men and brown men as traitors, and some are being harassed online. Let me tell you, this shit is happening. And why is it happening?
It's going down. Because they scared.
Listen, let me just tell you, this shit happening because ultimately these motherfuckers hate you.
Yes!
Even the white women who fuck with black schlong, they hate all of them.
Yes!
Because if they, hey, listen, they can run back home, let you be on some fuck shit or broke or whatever, they'll run back home.
Yeah, they got somewhere to go back to.
They got somewhere to go back to.
Okay.
Right? Your low self-esteem in many cases brought you to her white ass anyway.
Do you understand? Those of you out there who and I'm about to overshare. Some of my favorite porn for the wrong reason is cuckold videos. A cuckold is a man.
Here comes Geoff.
A cuckold is a man who enjoys on one of these levels or another watching another man fuck his wife and sometimes being humiliated by that man and the woman while it's happening. Do you understand, those of you who participate in fucking a white woman in front of her husband? Do you know why they have you there? Because you're an animal.
You're a fetish.
They get to enjoy you as an animal. There's some animal thing in them that wants to watch you fuck her like what they think is an animal, when really you're putting it down like a god.
What's crazy is, Geoff, that's why I said fetish. Because the word fetish comes from the Greek. It actually means a tool. You're a tool.
Yes.
Fuck her for me, slave.
Yes. Yes.
Now, and let me just keep it 100, man. Like, I'm not saying, nigga, love is love is real, whatever. If that shit happened organically and you wind up loving someone of another race, I'm not against that.
No.
But if you pursuing a race so you can fill a self-esteem hole,
Whoops.
a self-worth hole, a self-knowledge hole, then you're just a hole
Whoops.
that wants to be filled. Get my meaning, nigga?
Yeah. If you brag about being the only nigga on the block, you. You. Them niggas. If you have the socially acceptable afro with no facial hair, like the one nigga that used to pop up on Seinfeld all the time, you. If you this is wrong, Geoff, but if in all your years of fucking you ain't never used these words, move your hand, you.
Move your motherfucking hand and take this shit.
Right? If you
ain't never did to take this shit, bang out, nigga.
Right? If you ain't never said shut up when you fucking.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Shit. Why we gotta wake these kids up because you can't take this thing? If you ain't never said that, you
keep your mouth closed.
Right?
Moan inside.
Have you ever? If you ain't never said no off color. Yeah, if you said off color shit while you fucking, that started an argument because your fucking don't equal the off color shit you said. Nigga, you don't fuck good enough to call me a bitch.
Right.
Excuse me, nigga? No, let's stop this fucking
screaming silence.
With your angry 5.5 inches. Let's stop this fucking shit right here. Your dick ain't long enough. Yeah, now this is getting too close to Samoa's joke. Shout out to Samoa. Samoa got a funny fucking joke about how you got to talk. You can't talk to me like that. Because your dick, yes. You. Yeah, if you ain't never said why you running.
And while all this racism is happening, coronavirus, Madagascar president, right, has a tonic for the coronavirus. And the World Health Organization said, nah, fuck that. Y'all can't use it. So they stepped out of the World Health Organization. Let me tell you something about racism. This white man has set up institutions, and you seem to think that you're not institutionalized by them, in much the same way as a cellmate or an inmate is institutionalized by the institution of prison. You are also institutionalized by education. You're also institutionalized by media. You're also institutionalized by the medical system. You're institutionalized by money, by wealth. Again, y'all missing the point. If you're not on board with the New World Order, as the mayor of she called it good governance. The mayor of Chicago said, if you're not with the New World Order, which is tantamount to good governance, that's what she said. You get kicked out of the cabal. Please understand that the institution that rules your life is part of a cabal. You don't want to call it a cabal. You mean the NCAA is not a cabal against the athletes that they recruit and try to not pay? That's not a cabal?
Shit.
I'm going to give you a piece of paper that says you got a degree. And listen.
You just paid 80, 90 grand, 100 grand for some white folks to tell you how smart you are.
And most of these motherfuckers ain't really earning real degrees. It's paper degrees. Yeah. They stack the team with intellects so they could keep the team GPA popping. I'm going to put 3 physicist students and 3 biomechanics students on the basketball team, and these niggas ain't gonna ever play.
They ain't gonna never touch the ball.
But their GPA is high that's gonna balance out the rest of these motherfuckers who taking paper courses. You think paper courses have stopped? The fuck you gonna do with an African studies degree?
That wasn't given to you by Dr. Phil Valentine.
What you gonna think you gonna do with that degree?
What you gonna do with an African studies degree that wasn't given to you by any raucous Africans? I'm not talking about the niggas that show up in tweed and teach at the universities. Okay, and shout out to those of you who are raucous. Some of you are. But yes, what are you gonna do with your pre-capitulated African studies degree?
Motherfuckers got you studying everything but the
real shit.
But the real shit. You doing math 18 times. How you do in 4 years out of high school? Why you do math all over again?
Right. Yeah. Unless this was my argument. I used to have this all the time with my ex, with other motherfuckers. Zoe, did you? I don't think you have. Do you have a 4-year university degree?
Mm-mm.
Good. Okay. Perfect. I used to say this all the time.
I went to Pasadena City College.
Bruh, stop. Let's just say you're a doctor. You went to school, you became a doctor. But your English is a bit fuzzy. Well, that's okay. You're a doctor. If you went to school to be an accountant, but your history's not that sharp, that's okay. You're an accountant. If you don't have a title for what you went to school with, a short one, not assistant to the director of finances at the Booker, no. The shorter your title is, the more powerful you are, Dad. If you don't have a title for what you went to school with, and you spent 4 years at a university, you need to be a whiz in either English, math, science, or history. If not, what the fuck did you do with 4 years? Niggas is the only ones going to, oh my God, I can't tell you how many niggas I done burnt the fuck up and had them leave parties mad, knowing that that's all they want to do is leave because it's only going to get worse if these doorknobs get involved. Just leave. Because they think they degree some other people who told them because they could retain pre-regurgitated information, that somehow that made them better than me. God damn it, I would love to get into an intellectual conversation with some of these intellectual 4-year masturbators, with me and this motherfucker right here who ain't been to either, bruh. I ain't been to no 4-year university. I broke Sinbad's record for the number of shows at 4-year universities in 1 year. I've done that. I've been to a lot of them.
Please hit Jeff Brown's Cash App. I know. Listen, Jeff Brown is not on tour right now. He not working. Well, I mean, you writing, you creating.
Well, but I get look here. I'm broke like y'all. Lord Jesus,
yeah,
I sure
man.
need it.
And let me just say this, man. For everybody that did hit the super chat, for everybody that did hit the Cash App, we appreciate it. And for me, like I said, man, my son just got his degree.
Shout out to Young Lion.
And, you know, he pushed through. you know, he got a significant degree, in our opinion. He got a philosophy degree, you know, a degree in philosophy, you know, following, I guess, his dad's footsteps. I think the shit is more for me than it is for him, because for him, he's like, Dad, it's a different generation now. We don't really give a fuck about this degree. We're gonna go out here, we're gonna change the world, we're gonna do some things. But I'm his dad, and I'm like, well, you know, say you get an opportunity in the league and maybe you play, maybe you don't. I said, but that degree will open doors for you in this infrastructure, in this institution. I said, what if you want to go back and coach? I said, your AAU coach, Earl Watson, could have been the UCLA coach. And I was pushing for him to be the UCLA coach. If he would have been the UCLA coach, we would have sent New back to UCLA for his senior year. But he didn't get that job in our, you know, it's like unspoken, because he didn't have his degree. You know, because Earl was talented. Earl went to the league. Yeah, they degree fucked him. But if he would have got his degree, he could have been the coach at UCLA. Chuck Person, who went to prison for all the hustling he did at Auburn. Before they got Bruce Pearl in as the coach, they wanted Chuck Person to be the coach. But he didn't have his degree. I said, whether the degree, you know, is something you were interested in or something you wanted to do or didn't want to do is irrelevant. It's just a piece of paper which serves as a passport to get you through certain doors. It doesn't, most of the motherfuckers who got a degree ain't even working in the field of what they studied. Bruh. So I was like, look, man, do the shit for me. And the motherfucker put the work in. He got this shit done. The motherfucker graduated. Now he gonna go off and do other shit. This motherfucker producing and making beats, and he doing all types of shit. Playing hoops.
His purpose.
Yeah, he's following his purpose, man.
Do you understand that 97% of the school system setup is to get you fortified, girded up, and prepared to work outside of your purpose?
Yeah.
That's my issue with school. I told my daughter this. My daughter will be 17 this year. And I told her, I am the last person pushing college on you. As a matter of fact, with regard to college, you're not going to get a nickel from me to lead a state to go to a school unless you can tell me why that school beat out 10 other schools in this area, what it is you want to do with your life, and 2, how is that going to help black people? If you can't tell me that, and you just want to go off to Howard or Spelman for memories, nigga, you better watch School Days. You're not finna trick my money off. You are not finna trick my money off to become well-rounded. I know bartenders that'll give you a job and you can become a well-rounded bartender. Bartenders are some of the most well-rounded, well-paid people I know.
But again, this is not to besmirch.
It isn't.
Academia, right? We're supposed to do this work. We're supposed to. I love what Krishnamurti said about education. He said education is lifelong. It's never ending. It's unending.
Right.
The unfoldment of the self is a lifelong process, man. And if you got a circle of smart people that come from different perspectives, man, you got to introduce your kids to those people if they're good people, smart and good people. You got to put them in those circles with those people so that they can get different perspectives that vary from yours, but also complement yours in a way, right? He disagrees with my father, but he disagrees in such a way that it's intriguing. And Dad, I like your homeboy. Who is that motherfucker? Because that dude is, you get what I'm saying? You got to put your kids around those people, man, and they'll flower in that environment. Like I said, education is lifelong, man. And what I want to do now, towards the end of this show, man, is a call for unity in all walks of our lives, man, because whether you like it or not, the system that governs you and works so hard to keep you disaggregate sees you as a collective. We might not behave as a collective, but they see us as a collective. We have to keep them motherfuckers down. They can't never come back together.
Ever.
They can never come back together and work together, because if they do,
we're through.
We're through. We are fucked in the game. So I just, man, I don't know what to say. Stop being little bitches, men. When I call you to be accountable in the same way that I call women, you want to cry that women aren't accountable. But when I say you not being accountable or you being petty, then there's a problem. Nigga, what applies for your woman applies to you, or else she wouldn't be your woman. Relationship is a mirror, right? The bullshit in her reflects the bullshit in you. And guess what? If you were to clean up the bullshit, your spiritual commode, right? If you were to clean it up, she might leave you without you asking, which is what you probably need in order to continue to grow. But you attract fuck shit because you continue to be a fuck boy.
Your bullshit is the fertilizer for her negativity.
Do you would you say that again?
Your bullshit is the fertilizer for your mate's negativity. If you clean up your bullshit and your mate leaves, that's because they can no longer grow their negativity in your bullshit.
Come on, man. That was good, Geoff. Come on, man.
That's all right, baby. Hey, look.
And I say that because we need each other to survive. What the fuck?
I need you.
Sister, I need you. I love you, sister. I need you like a motherfucker, man. Or this shit ain't gonna crack.
I don't need no woman. Said no straight black man ever. We don't get that, man.
No, we don't get that. And let me just say this, brother. I need you too, brother.
Yes.
How are we gonna have fraternity if we don't love each other, if we don't respect each other, if we don't honor each other, if we don't help each other develop character and integrity? I need you for that, brother. I need you on my team, brother. Please, man. Let's work together, man. Fuck beef. All right? The world is changing like a motherfucker. We gotta come together. All right. Let me just say this, man. That's pretty much it. Listen. What'd you say, baby? Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody. Sarah is here. Sarah. She said, could you guys please hit her Cash App? Sarah, can you put your Cash App up on the screen so they can see? Sarah does a great service for us, man, and we appreciate her.
Look here. Without Sarah, ain't no pictures behind us. Ain't no captions.
Ain't no meerkats.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
Sarah, yes. Sarah is running the ship that we fly into your face every week.
Yeah, man. Sarah, what is it? Sarah without the H80. $.
Look at that. How long
Sarah without the H80. Can y'all send her a little piece of change?
The good news is you only got to type it once.
Right. Sarah without the H80. All right.
Oh, my
and
God.
Then, hey, my son just graduated, man. Show him a little love if you would. Show him a little love. As a matter of fact, my granddaughter will be back here today. We haven't
graduated.
I haven't seen her in a month.
Oh.
So she's gonna be back because he's been.
With Pawpaw.
Yeah, man, because he's been here working. He's been here training and working. He's been getting in his work. If you find it in the kindness of your heart to show him a little college graduate love, please hit him off with a little piece of change. That's his Cash App, $ Freddie Ruger Music. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Somebody says show Grady's Cash App. I don't even know what Ray Grady's Cash. We got. I think it's. The pic from. Oh, okay. So promote the group for me. Gangsta Nation on Facebook. Yeah, you did hit me with a little message. Gainsta Nation. Gain, GAIN, $TA Nation on Facebook. There you go, bro. There's your shout out. I appreciate everybody who tuned in today. Sorry we started a little late today. We had technical difficulties, but the show was lit. I'm glad Geoff was able to come.
Yes, sir.
And
Anytime.
we appreciate you guys. Don't forget,
Whose car are we taking?
relationship is the University of You. Power in One clothing. Power in One clothing. Mansions gear. Please support that. Power in One. We appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. This has been the Zo What Show, and we out. Deuces.